children, I wasn't planning on making this video today. Today was like football day. Someone on Tumblr, Janine on Tumblr, sent me a video, and it was basically about, there's a girl, I guess she's a comedian, Nicole Arbour. She did a fat shaming video.
Dear fat people. Some people are already really mad at this video. What are you gonna do, fat people? What are you gonna do? Wait, are you gonna chase me? Really? You gonna chase me? It's gonna be like fucking Frankenstein. I can get away from you by walking at a reasonable pace. Fat shaming is not a thing. Fat people made that up. That's the race card with no race. Yeah, but I couldn't fit into a store. That's discrimination. No. That means you're too fat and you should stop eating. Everybody just needs to make more sense.
I know obese people know that they're obese. When you're overweight, and I'm speaking as a former chunky person. You know, I've never been 400 pounds, but I have been a good 40 pounds overweight. And I know what it feels like, you know, and not even, because when you're 400 pounds overweight, that's a big difference than being like 40 pounds overweight. And I saw her video and I saw everything she said, and she was trying to be funny, and she was trying to, like, you know, just try to be that cool friend that tells you to lose weight because she cares about you. I love you, yo, and I just want you to be happy, yo. And like I said, overweight people, you know, if you're overweight, you know you're overweight. No one needs to remind you, no one needs to shame you, no one needs to say, stop eating the French fries, okay? And she came off really snotty and self-righteous, and, you know, it's this whole thing where, you know, it must be nice when you're blonde and no one judges you, and you can just go get your Starbucks and everything's okay. You know, and she came off really nasty. And the thing about comedy, and I write comedy and I perform comedy, and the thing about comedy is, and this is just me on comedy, I get you. If I'm lucky, you'll click on this video once a day. You'll come to my channel, you'll come to my Twitter once a day, you'll see what I'm up to. I get you for 10 minutes a day, right? So for 10 minutes, I have your attention. There's a lot going on in the day. You work, you have family, you might have kids, you might have another job, you might have school. You know what I mean? So I get you for 10 minutes of the day. For those 10 minutes or whatever, however long a vlog is, 9 minutes, whatever, I want you to be happy. You know what I mean? There's enough shit in the world, you know? There are little Syrian babies washing ashore in Syria. So for 10 minutes a day, I want to make you laugh. I want to be your little court jester. We want to talk football. I want to make you happy. I want you to smile. I want you to leave this channel and be like, she was nice. I'm going to come see her tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's how I live my life. When I was little, my grandmother died when I was 2. My entire family was very sad. And at that point, I developed this like court jester personality where, and that's really where the comedy writing started. I would do these weird things just to make them happy, just to make them smile, because when, you know, you see your family lose their mother and they're in this new country and they're scared and they're sad and they're going through all these things, you do what you can to make them happy, you know? And that's what it's always been about for me. I get you for 10 minutes, I want to make you laugh, I want to make you happy, and I don't want you to feel judged, and I don't want you to feel like shit, because when you walk out the door, when you post a picture on Facebook, when you go to work, you're going to get that anyways for free. So I kind of just want you guys to be happy when you're here. I understand what she was saying. I liked other people's responses. Overweight people already know they're overweight, which is so true. One of my favorite YouTubers is Boogie, and Boogie basically, you know, said the same thing, like, look, I know I'm overweight, I know I'm struggling with it, it is what it is. I agree with him, and I don't see why we need to shame people. I think it's lazy comedy to write a fat joke. I just think it's, unless it's about like Chris Christie, somebody who uses their weight to push people around, then it's fair game. But I just don't think, like, it doesn't bring me any joy making fun of an overweight person. That actually makes me sad. That actually makes me feel hateful, you know? It just makes me feel like a shit human being. Like, and that's Like, that's not how I was raised, you know? And comedy should be like a happy place. Comedy should be like kittens and puppies and rainbows. Oh my God. Like, I just want you to leave here and I want you to be smiling. I want you to be happy. I want you to be like, ah, that was like fun. She's like kind of fun to be with. I like her. That's like how I want us to be. And I see where she's coming from, but I think she's doing it for attention. And I think she was doing it because she's trying to build a YouTube following. And you know, you gotta ask yourself, how low do you want to go for the price of fame? I ain't going that low. You can keep it. You know, you're gonna like me for me. You're not gonna like me at all because I ain't getting naked and I ain't shaming people. You know what I mean? And I don't know. And for, you know, we already live in this world where you post a picture on Instagram, people think you're gorgeous, or people think you're ugly, or people will think, you know what I mean? People think something, and it's usually something negative. And you post a picture on Facebook and people judge you, and you post something on Twitter and people judge you. You're already so judged in this world, and if you're overweight, you're judged like 9,000 times more. And it's not fair, and it's not right, and it's not nice. And when you see what they do in the fashion industry, how they don't want to even make clothes for people over a certain size because you're not worth it. You know, it's a shit world we live in. And I feel like we're getting to a point where we're pushing out those stereotypes, but we're not there yet. And I feel like this girl just came on, made this video about, and you know, fat shame people. And she basically went back to 1992 and she was really regressive, and she was like proud of it. Like, this is my comedy and this is my comedy, and if you don't like my comedy, then fuck it. And it just came off as offensive and mean and nasty, and I don't know, like, it's your choice if you want to support her. I don't. That's what I said with the rape comments, like, shut it the fuck down, because I don't want like 13 and 14-year-olds on my Tumblr feeling like shit when they read those things. And that's why I shut that shit down. It had nothing to do with me being personally hurt. It had to do with some stuff people were saying on Tumblr about how scared they were to make videos because they saw some comments on my videos, and I was like, no, fuck that, you know. I don't want to perpetuate hate and meanness and nastiness. Like, can we rise above it? You know what I mean? And I just think that when you don't look a certain way, and Nicole Arbour's a beautiful woman. She's blonde, she's skinny, she's perfect. I just think when you look a certain way and then you come off saying, fat people, you smell like bacon, you're so disgusting. It's so, like, get off your high horse for like 5 seconds. It's just so rude and obnoxious. Like, ay, shut the fuck up already. So, I mean, if you support her, but I don't know, it's not cool what she did. And like, from me to you, from someone who dieted like their whole college life and finally got it, that it's just about eating unprocessed foods and working out and starting to work out 30 minutes a day. You start right there, you're fine if you really want to work out. But I get that it's more than just the food. It's a psychological thing. You know, maybe somebody died, maybe you're depressed, maybe you have, you know, an anxiety disorder. All of those things affect how you eat. I'm not gonna lie, Duffy passed away and I haven't been eating. I have not been eating. If I look a little skinnier, it's because I haven't been eating, because the grief and food, and it's hard. That's my thing to deal with, you know, and I wouldn't put that on anybody. So I don't know, I just think, you know, your relationship with food, it took me 6 months to quit sugar. It took me 6 months not to drink soda. You know what I mean? Like, processed sugar, it's hard. It's definitely hard. And, you know, the struggle is real. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do 2-a-days. I had to cut back on my 2-a-days because I haven't been eating enough calories to do the 2-a-days. So, for anyone, that's my struggle right now, you know, because this channel is about honesty. So yeah, so I get it, and I just think the video she made was, I don't know, it's lazy comedy is all it is. It's lazy comedy, and it's just another blonde wanting to be popular on YouTube. That's really all it is. Like, she just wants it so bad, y'all. But yeah, I didn't appreciate it, you know. I thought it was a shit video. It's kind of like kicking people who are already down, just kicking them again. Like, you're fat and you're ugly, kick. You know, it didn't come off right. So that's just me. Let me know how you feel about Nicole Arbour. I will link to her video if you want to see it if you haven't seen it yet. And let me know how you feel about it. Let me know if you have a response video. I'd love to watch it. Alright, you guys, that's it for me. To quote the greatest show on earth, you're beautiful. Live long and prosper. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Poke, poke.